Hello, YouTube. ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today is January 4th, and on this day in 2001, Washington Wizards forward Michael Jordan becomes the fourth player in NBA history to score 30,000 career points. Yeah, I said Wizards. Isn't that funny? Wizards? Michael Jordan? I know. He's a bull. News and chatter. Going to go over a quick few articles with you. Going to give you a quick update on the January releases and preview. And then I want to spend a few moments just looking at kind of market update on Brunson. Player went off last night, and if you're watching different markets, you can see his card prices and how quickly those things change in the market. Basketball is hypersensitive right now, and so are the different markets. So I think it's important. Again, I've said this before. You need to have 3 accounts: ComC, eBay, and StarStock. Today in the hobby. Hobby Notes and History normally comes out from a baseball card collector, investor, dealer on Mondays. Slabstock's live today around 5 or 6 o'clock. Love those live collaborations, conversations from Slabstock's team answering your questions. And then Flipping Steve is live Monday nights, 8 o'clock. This has become great. Listen to Steve just basically rattling, chit-chatting, answering questions. Very interactive with the audience. I love that. What did you miss yesterday? Week in Sports Cards from Northeast Ohio. Brody the Kid with a hot start to 2021. Pittsburgh goals for his channel and his eBay. I really enjoyed listening to this. I'll share that with you. 1980s collectibles. No, I know it's not sports cards, but it's just really cool to look at it and just gives me some great memories. In fact, it kind of reminds me, this weekend, my sons and I binge watched Cobra Kai, that Karate Kid Netflix show, which ties right into the 80s. That 80s nostalgia for some reason just keeps hitting us. Overtaking Prism. Great video. We'll talk about this. This is going to be. I'm sure this is going to cause some controversy. Leaf baseball rip from a collector. I thought I'd share that. Shipping tips from somebody as well. Recommendation on how to ship. And Slab Stock's top 10 of 2020. Let's go ahead and dive into the content. First, I'll start off on Sports Collectors Daily. They're talking about Zion's opening night jersey leads off NBA auctions. Apparently, last year he had an auction go for $80,000 for his jersey. Which is amazing, but we'll see. That's what the hobby's all about, right? Memorabilia and content and collectibles. Next up, just want to show you real quickly on Blowout. A really quick look at baseball, basketball, football. There's hockey as well. You'll see that baseball and hockey pretty much have their stuff together. Basketball and football seem to be lacking in where they're going to be coming out with releases. And I'm a little concerned with that. Like I said, basketball is going to be lacking. We're not going to have hoops until February. It's going to be an interesting season this year. Let me go ahead here and pop into, oh, yeah, there we go. Here's a little quicker product release from Sports Collectors Daily, which is showing you basically the next few weeks. I'll be honest, I've never seen Elite Edition. It is a Panini product, so I'm not a fan of that. I'm a big fan of this, and I just said that from what I've read and heard. This looks very cool, very sexy product. I've heard good reviews, good comments on Allure. I'm interested in Synergy. I don't know anything about it, though, but it looks sexy as well. Eminence, I'm going to watch with awe, and I'm just going to also giggle a little bit when I think about how much people are paying for this stuff. Like, are you really going to get return? Like, I can't wait to watch breaks of this. I'll put it that way. Anybody know any breaks going on? Immaculate Soccer, again, be viewing this. I just can't. Immaculate Basketball is brutal enough. I can't imagine how painful soccer would be for me. Not a fan of Playbook at all. I don't like books. They're hard to. They don't grade at all. They're hard to sell. They don't hold value for me. I'm not a fan. Artifact Hockey. Well, we'll take a look and see what that's like. Anyway, spent too much time on that. Let's go into the market stuff real quickly. Last night, Brunson went off. 31 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. He normally averages like 9 points. And what the card market do? Well, on ComC. If you go over to his Prism cards, they're selling at a low right now, $7.25, which is ridiculously high in my opinion. I think I was selling these for like dollars, back last year. Now I will say, I won't lie, when I went over here, they were at $4 or $5, and by the time I made the video, they were at $7. Okay. Now I did go on and I did buy a Brunson, a choice rookie for $25, which I think was a great steal. We'll see if that ends up being a good one. It's one that I'd bring home and see if it grades well. But again, I'm just showing you this on ComC. Now, if you go over to eBay, again, this is recent closed sales, and you can see 16 of these suckers sold in a buy it now. That thing went fast, right? Someone's like, boom, I'll buy that. This went fast, buy it now. right? This went fast. All these best offers, these things fill tonight. When this guy started playing well, look how fast this stuff sold. And again, even this is dirt cheap compared to what you're going to pay for shipping, right? But again, this is dirt cheap compared to paying $7 per. Now this was at $4 a few weeks, or $5 or $6 or $4 or whatever when I first looked at this. Now here's the thing: check out Star Stock. $17 is the offer. The last sell was for $15, and the offers are at $13.5. Now these are Star Stock A's, and you can see Star Stock B's are a little bit cheaper, right? But isn't that crazy, guys? So I will tell you, if you're not, I don't know if Star Stocks, if this is a flash in the pan as far as this fierce craze on the platform, but why is it going higher? Well, I will say Star Stock A means it's been reviewed. Okay, it has been reviewed by a third party. ComC does reviewing as well. So I kind of wonder when I look at the two platforms, what is Star Stock doing so well? First of all, I also think it's a focused community. I don't think it's large community yet. I think it's very small and it's ferocious. It's like sharks, and they just tear up stuff. I mean, there's 100 of these in the vault. I wonder how many. I didn't see how many in Star Stock there are, but there's quite a bit. Now they go up in value as you go on, but a lot of them in the sevens. Let's see how far can we go here. So looks like there's a bunch. Some of them are $35, $20. So some people are dreaming. But again, just wanted to give you that snapshot of the 3 different markets and the 3 different prices of what these cards are going for. Like I said, I've been transferring a lot of my Prism from ComC over to Star Stock. And I'm probably going to do more of that. It just seems to be a smart thing to do. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the content. First up, weekly sports card market update. Great video here. Great insights on basically a lot of the basketball players, the movers and shakers, everybody from Ja to Sexton to Garland and so forth. I do recommend taking a look at that. A little lengthy. Next one up is Brody the Kid was doing a little rip. I think he's opening some Bowman's Best.
Almost backwards. You can save it to the end, but they didn't put them backwards this year, which kind of annoys me, but not that big of a deal. Reese Hoskins. I mean, they're like kind of 2 designs this year, I guess. Whoa! Holy cow!
Get out.
It's a Mike Trout 101.
Dude!
Holy cow!
The Bowman's best luck continues.
Holy cow!
Trout 101.
Holy.
I love that. Don't you love that? First of all, it's a father and son ripping. The son's ripping cards on his channel. His father's watching. I love that rip. Hey, Brody, congrats, man. That's awesome. Super excited for you. Happy 2021, yeah. Next up, Pittsburgh. Great video here on his hobby, sports card investing goals and hobby and so forth. Really interesting story. He talks about how sports cards in the hobby really saved 2020 for him. How he got into, he's been a picker, as he refers to it, for a long time, but he got into sports cards very heavily this year, and how sports cards really helped save his income and kept his family and everything going. I think it's an awesome story. And again, I want to say this to everybody out there who's hating on the flippers or the people who got in the hobby. Some people are making a living on this, right? And I think that's important to take in consideration. It's a free market. These are, people taking advantage of opportunities and finding a way to make a living. And I applaud that. I also think this guy's done a great job with his channel, and I really like watching what he's been doing. So check out Pittsburgh if you haven't already. I consider him my new eBay expert. If I need eBay questions, I'm going to go to him. Next up, Personal Finance Dad does a great little video here on 1980s collectibles, and I really just love the nostalgia of it. Like I said, I was watching Cobra Kai this weekend with my boys, and I can't tell you how much fun we had watching that because they loved it because it's new to them, and I loved it. Just the flashbacks to the 80s. Gosh, I remember watching The Karate Kid. How many of you guys related to The Karate Kid in some way? Whether, I don't know, you were single, you had a single mom, or maybe you felt bullied in school, or maybe there was a girl that you were after. I don't know what it was, but I guess I just love that movie. Okay, next up. Okay, this is a great video. Now, Jeff came out and drops this bomb that he spent $500,000 on Select, and he thinks Select's going to beat Prism. Now, first of all, I'll just say there's a lot of flexing in the sports card world, and saying you spent $500,000, well, that's a little bit of flexing. You could have worded that differently. Secondly, I'm not surprised by this, right? And I'm not surprised by this. Jeff's been talking about Select forever. Other people have been talking about Select forever. There's no secret either about Select. I mean, I will give you my perspective on Select, okay? When I came into the hobby, Select was the autograph product in basketball. Okay, Prism was kind of the rookie card, color refractor thing, silver garbage, whatever you want to talk about it. But Select, you opened Select because you wanted the on-card autos, right? And you used to get 2 of them in a box, right? It was 2 or 3 autos, relics. Now you get 1. Contenders, I don't think was as big as Select was for the on-card auto. Now Contenders has come out and become a big on-card auto, rookie card, but I still like Select. Anyway, my point to this is, I think Prism will stay number 1. I just do. And I'm not. I don't have a logical explanation. I have an emotional one, and I think that's what people need to realize. In the hobby's not logical. The hobby is emotional. So although I like this, and I'll say this too, this isn't a bad investment. Spending $500,000 on basketball cards is not a bad deal. He bought sealed basketball cards. He could have bought all freaking hoops for all I care. It's probably going to all go up and make money. We'll Select unseat Prism. Again, I just don't think that will happen. We'll see. We will see. And again, I think part of it I will say too, last point, I think the 3 concourse, field level, whatever, I think that actually hurts the product instead of helping it. I don't think that's a good thing. And again, I'll even say this, I'm going to do a video later on about this whole scarcity and pop report. Again, that's logic, not emotion. We'll talk more later. We'll say next video. Great video here from Don's Field of Dreams cards. Great name, and I love the channel, so check it out if you haven't already. Does a break of Leaf baseball, and shares a few thoughts that people that might not have known. And first of all, I love the fact he shares again. Reminds you, Leaf baseball was a Canadian product, and I remember that now as a kid because it didn't have the Jose Canseco in it, which I didn't understand that at all. Does anyone understand that? Why did it not have Jose Canseco in it? But I think it's interesting looking back to Leaf and when you had all these different products, and it also reminds me of the junk wax era because Leaf would print them and Donruss would print them, and no one cared. They'd print all year long, right? Next up, I forget. This is T-Sports. Great video here, and he really talks about, I'm going to go straight to the point, Pirate Ship. He recommends checking out Pirate Ship if you're using eBay or other platforms as well. He talks about how Pirate Ship helps him with his breaks and how smart it is on figuring out the calculated weight based on number of spots that are purchased and so forth. I thought it was a great video. I honestly have never used Pirate Ship to ship. I've been on the receiving side. I've had some issues with it. It takes a long time, in my opinion. And I'm wondering, I'm assuming Pirate Ship does offer insurance as well. Because most of the packages I send, I use U.S. Postal Service and I insure them with tracking. Okay, last quick video. And that is Slab Stocks, top 10 sports card moments in 2020. And I'd say I really liked it. I really agreed with many of them and enjoyed it. And they gave some insights to what they're looking for in 2021. One thing I didn't know is I didn't realize, I think they mentioned they actually visited with Gary Vee as they were getting the sports card business going. Maybe I misunderstood that, but they have a tie in there. I think it's pretty cool because I don't see them promoting that. You don't see them like on Gary Vee's channel or anything. The National. Check it out. July 28th to August 1st. Boy, I'll tell you, I've already got a conflict right now on my calendar, but, we'll see how conferences go. And hopefully this one happens. I think, I personally think it could be interesting, but I do think there'll be a lot of regional shows in the meantime, and I'm looking forward to that and seeing people. So have a great, great day. Hope you enjoyed Sports Cards Daily today. If you haven't already, please leave comments, subscribe, or if you haven't set up a Star Stock account, go ahead and do that too. I'm not going to give you my code because I don't really care if you use my code or not. I just think you should open a Star Stock account. Go use code SCI. See if that still works. Have a great day, guys. Thank you again. Stay safe. Stay healthy.